Well, we left our pier in Green Turtle Bay, and which was a really nice marina and easy in, easy out. We enjoyed our pier that we were on. We were on Pier 6. A lot of people spend a lot of time. Some people live aboard, and they have made like little living room and even kitchens on their slip. So it was a like they had outdoor entertainment area for themselves and other people. So it was and the people there were so kind. So we had a really good time there.
Yeah, there weren't any loopers on our dock. It was just, I thought it was really cool that people made like they took the last 10 feet or 12 feet of their 50-foot dock and put tables and chairs, and it was very interesting. People had microwaves and barbecue pits
Yep.
and everything. It was interesting.
When we arrived, the transient area was full. I think there were about 45 people, 45 looper boats there. So we ended up on this pier, but on this dock. But it was fun. We had a nice time over there.
Yeah, they were very nice and asked a lot of questions about looping, and some of them had done the loop in the past or were planning to do the loop. So they were very, very, very inviting. It was nice.
Yeah.
So we spent a wonderful week at Green Turtle Bay Marina and Resort. It was really nice. We were able to use. We rented a golf cart, and we were able to golf cart into the little town every day, and we met lots of other loopers. Lots of loopers were here. We had dinner with people. We went to this bar that they have. I guess it's a tap room. They have dinner and everything. And we went there multiple times. And last night we went, Saturday night, and we went, and there was a really good singer. They had some live music, so we had a fabulous time here. Fabulous time. But we're leaving Barkley Lake, which is this one here. And we're going to be going into Kentucky Lake. There's a little cut through here in a minute. And we're moving on. But we really enjoyed. I think it's the Grand Rivers, I think, is the name of the little town. And they had all kinds of Christmas decorations up already. And it was just a lot of fun. We had a really nice time. We relaxed some. I went swimming in the heated pool yesterday. It was a fabulous place. So we are on the cut through between the two lakes, between Barkley Lake and Kentucky Lake. And this little piece of land that's here is called the Land Between the Lakes, is the name of their area. There's a lot of campgrounds here, and it's a very touristy area. It's not a whole lot to do, but it's very touristy.
It's a beautiful morning. We are turning here onto Kentucky Lake. And there's I think the Kentucky Dam over there. We're gradually turning here from the land between the lakes onto Kentucky Lake. As we continue our journey this morning, we're on our way to Paris Landing, which I think is a state park. They have a marina there. We hear good things about it. And it's about 40 miles from here. So we'll get there around 2 o'clock. It's another one of those looper mornings. Absolutely beautiful out here on Kentucky Lake. This is just a very long lake. Nice, clearly marked channel. Water seems fairly clear. We're just making our way down the lake, enjoying a beautiful cruise.
Well, I have become a really big fan of cliffs. I think they're so pretty. we don't have a lot of cliffs in Houston. In fact, we have no cliffs in Houston. But I end up just gazing at them as we go by it. They're just so interesting.
Well, we're just 10 minutes or so from the marina, and we're just cruising down Kentucky Lake. It's very pretty, beautiful day. And the marina is right before that bridge up ahead. We're going to Paris Landing State Resort.
So we arrived at Paris Landing State Park, and everyone had told us it was a beautiful state park, and we thought, how can that be that it's like a 5-star? But it was really nice. They had just rebuilt the lodge. The marina was really a great marina, really wide slips, and they had the Looper Rendezvous here, I think, in the fall of 22. So it has a lot of space there. But it was a really nice stay. We ended up staying 2 days. We were the only ones there, I think, one day, and then there's some other loopers showed up the next day. But we had a nice time, and then had an easy out that next morning. We came out and entered Kentucky Lake again and headed on down.
And we went to the lodge a couple of times. We stayed here a couple of days, and we went both nights to dinner at the lodge. And it is gorgeous. It's hard to believe that this is a state park. It's very nice. It's about a mile and a half, I think, from the marina, over a big road and everything. So what they'll do is that you just call the lodge, and they'll send somebody in a truck or a van to come pick you up and take you, and then they'll bring you back to the marina. It was a good deal. Large back here by the tug. I've never seen that before. And I'm also surprised by how many ferries there are. There are a lot of ferries that cross the rivers and I guess in the lakes. I guess it's cheaper to run a ferry than it is to build a bridge some places. So this looks like it's a building that was on the bank of the river before they flooded it and made Kentucky Lake. You can just see the top of it. So when they say don't get out of the channel, this is why. There's whole towns that were under here. There are whole towns under here that you just don't see. Or you just see the top of.
Well, we're into Pebble Isle Marina, and again, a very nice little marina it looks like here. The boats are all, we were in a little convoy there. The last one's getting tied up, it looks like. And you can see we're down the dock, and then there's another couple of covered storage over there. We're on the transient dock, and here is the fuel dock. And at least one or two other covered storages over there. And then straight ahead in that opening is the Kentucky Lake, and it is shallow. It was about 10 feet deep all through the channel. There's a little kind of a winding channel, well marked but winding.
Pebble Isle Marina also has this great transient dock. Really sturdy. I don't know how new it is, but it's really nice. What a pretty view you have. We had a great run today. Great trip. Beautiful day. I love a calm lake. So pretty here.
We took the courtesy car into town, and as we were coming up the valley, we saw all these power lines, and I started thinking about in the 30s they had the Rural Electrification Initiative by FDR, and I guess this is the result of it. All these power lines are carrying power off into Tennessee from the dams.
So we're in this small marina off of Kentucky Lake, and we came in through this little cut. So it used to be an old stream, or like a stream. And when they flooded the lake, all this area got flooded. So you have to stay in the channel, which is the original stream channel, because it is shallow some places. But that's the big lake out there. Kentucky Lake. We've had some beautiful weather, and it's starting to warm up, so I'm so happy. And as we get further south, but you know how much I love sunsets, and I haven't seen very many recently, so I was very happy to see this one. This marina is known for giving you fresh baked cinnamon rolls each morning you're there. So we got our cinnamon rolls this morning and headed out, and made sure that we stayed in the channel.
Yeah, a lot of these marinas off the lakes have pretty shallow channels, so you have to be very careful. If you have access to the contours, the bottom contours, often in the fishing maps on your GPS or chart plotter, you kind of go with them. But you can see we kind of had a windy little route out of this. I tried to speed it up because we went really slow. It's kind of shaky, but you can see we were S-curving it all through here, trying to get out to the lake. And you see they got some markers there to keep you on line.
But going slow is super important.
Yeah, you just want to go slow, because then if you do hit something, you don't hit it hard. And then we were back out into the lake. Still kind of the channel is all the way out here, and we're still turning and moving.
Once we were free of the channel and back out on the main lake, I went downstairs and made breakfast. All right, it looks like it's like 10 o'clock this morning, but it's not. It's only like 7:30 or 8. So we left the dock this morning around 7, and this is what we do a lot of times, especially when it's cold, underway. So I made oatmeal, and I just have instant oatmeal. And so what I do is I boil the water before we leave, and I put it in our thermos, and then I toast some bread, and leave that, like, the door to the toaster open. We have a toaster oven, so I leave that open so it doesn't get too hard. And then when we're ready to eat, I go ahead and I make our bowls, and then I pour the water, and I go in, and now this has been a learning process about how much water it takes this way, but I usually get it pretty close. And sometimes I have to.
And I like mine runny, so she puts more water in mine.
Yeah.
But this is good because you can also make hot chocolate. If you make a lot of boiling water, you can make hot chocolate too.
Yeah, I still have about this much water left in there, and that's good for about two things of hot chocolate. So that's the plan. All right, and then I just let it sit for a minute and incorporate, and then we're ready to eat. It is a beautiful day on Kentucky Lake. We've been on Kentucky Lake for a few days now, and it's starting to narrow. At one point, I think it was right after Paris Landing, we were told that it was 3 miles wide there. But it is, it's no longer 3 miles wide. But it is a beautiful, beautiful lake. beautiful day. We still have some fall colors. We have 60 miles to go today. We left Pebble Isle Marina this morning, and we're going to, I believe, Clifton Marina this afternoon. It's a beautiful day to travel, though. Although I am waiting for some little warmer weather. So all up and down this river, they have these cliffs, which are just beautiful. How gorgeous. Well, we have had a long day today. We left the dock this morning at 7 a.m. It's now 3 p.m. and we haven't made it to the marina yet, but we're close. How many miles? 3 miles. 3 miles from the marina. We knew it was going to be a long day. We went 60 miles. So we are coming up on our turn. I think this is the last turn before the marina. But we have more cliffs here. Look at that. It's just so, I don't know, it's just so interesting, so pretty. There's no cliffs on the other side. There's a little island on the other side. But this is the turn we're going to make. And the marina's about 3 miles down. The wind is kicked up, so it's a little windy now. I hate docking in the wind, but that's okay. We'll make it. But it's just been a beautiful day. Just gorgeous. Puffy clouds and sunshine. I have missed the sunshine. We had a lot of days without it. I'm happy to be outside. We are coming up on Clifton, Tennessee. And we were just mentioning this is the first time since Paducah that we've seen a town that's actually on the water. We're pulling into Clifton Marina, and again, a very narrow entry. And but very short, and so short that we had to turn 90 degrees before we were quite through it, and to get on the transient dock.
They were very helpful getting us on, but it was a little tight squeeze here.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't sure that we were going to be able to make that turn, and but the people were really nice, and there were other loopers there, and we had a good time there. We ended up staying 2 nights, I think.
Yeah, we stayed 2 nights at almost every place because we're trying to time it to get to Aqua Marina to pick up swimming.
What's the midship line on that, right by the power pole?
Okay, we need to go further up because
Yeah.
I need to be able to get off.
You're gonna be about 10 more feet, Captain.
10 more feet.
Clifton Marina was a nice place. It's kind of a small compared to some of the bigger ones. You can see the whole thing right here, but it was nice. And they have a bar that's the bar straight ahead where we ate a couple, and they had good food. Here at Clifton Marina, it's nice to go right from the live music bar straight to the boat. It's parked right outside the door.
Well, we got up really early the next morning, and it doesn't look like it, but this is 6:15, and we were pushing off the dock. The good thing about a short trip into the marina is that it's a short trip back out of the marina. But it was a beautiful morning, and we were headed on. I don't see the sunrise very often. I don't like getting up this early, but when I do get up and see the sunrise, I'm always appreciative of it. It was really pretty.
We left Clifton Marina this morning at about 7 o'clock. I mean, at 6 o'clock. We got a real early start, which is one of the good things about this daylight savings. You can't go late because it gets dark at 4 o'clock, but you can get up early and go and have enough light. No fog. We were really worried about fog this morning, but we didn't see any. It's a little bit cooler than normal this morning. We've had some warm days the last couple of days, but this morning's cold. And we're heading to Safe Harbor Aqua Marina, which is about 55 miles. And we have one lock that will take us out of Kentucky Lake into Pickwick Lake, if I got the names right. So we're heading along, fixing to have breakfast. Just a nice day. We're planning on the last day on Kentucky Lake.
Well, we just left Pickwick Lock and we are now in Pickwick Lake. It is very pretty here. There's condos and beautiful houses on the shore. We have just a gorgeous day. Look at that, blue skies. It is a Saturday, and we usually don't travel on Saturdays, but with it being as cold as it is, I don't think there's that many pleasure boaters out, other than loopers. Although we were in the lock with a bass boat, and they were actually fishing inside the lock. It's mid-November in Tennessee, and it is warm enough that there's people out sailing. I am enjoying getting further south. The area that we're in right now is where 3 states are meeting. So Tennessee and Alabama and Mississippi all meet in this one location. So we were kind of at the crossroads of that, and we're about to turn right off of Pickwick Lake.
Starboard.
and head towards Mississippi.
Yeah.
As we got up this creek, that going towards Aqua Yachts Marina, these vacation homes were everywhere. It's a really pretty lake in a beautiful area. And I just had no idea that Mississippi was this pretty. I don't think I've ever been in northern Mississippi before. I didn't know it was kind of hilly, and it's a very pretty area.
Much more inhabited with vacation places than we saw on Kentucky Lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, this is just one side of the channel, and there was boats on the other side too. I mean, not, and vacation houses and houses.
Right.
And then that right there is the Aqua Yachts Marina, straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Okay, it's Saturday. We've ended a long day. We are in Mississippi now, on a creek off Pickwick Lake. We are at Safe Harbor Aqua Marina. It is a very big marina. Very nice, as you can see. That's the channel we came in. To the right is off towards the lake. And there's a big pile of looper boats here. We had a big crowd of people that helped us get docked. We got everything hooked up. Power and everything. It's all good. And you can see lots of boats. Big marina. So we are good. And we're in Mississippi. So Riker is going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to leave Monday morning and continue the journey to Mobile Bay.
Well, we traveled about 200 miles this week. We traveled the entire length of Kentucky Lake, and we went through four marinas and through one lock. But we had some beautiful weather, and we had some long days, some long travel days, but we had some good weather for them. So it was very easy traveling. So as always, thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the like button and all the YouTube stuff that people ask you to do. And we love reading your comments. So please keep the comments coming. We appreciate them. Join us next week as we meet back up with Riker and we try to find somewhere that we're going to have Thanksgiving.
It's been a while since I did a view from the shower window, but this is a pretty one. We're in Kentucky Lake, and we're in a marina, but there's nothing around this marina, and you can see across the way over there is a forest and the opening out into Kentucky Lake. Early morning. It's pretty